great to hear. You did a great job thriving and surviving for the whole week. We are now moving forward to our next lesson. But before we start, let us first test or check your prior knowledge about the topic we are about to discuss today. Okay, class. How's the activity? Have you noticed anything from the activity? That's right. Our activity is all about the do's and don'ts when we are communicating to someone. So to expand your knowledge, let us begin our discussion. Have you ever been heard the word interpersonal communication? Or what is interpersonal communication? Before answering the question, what is interpersonal communication? Our topic for today is all about the strategies for effective interpersonal communication, which is the do's and don'ts of interpersonal communication. So now let's move on to the question, what is interpersonal communication? Interpersonal communication is the interaction through verbal or non-verbal means in which we are exchanging ideas, information, emotion, and we are understanding each other through interacting and communicating. So that is interpersonal communication. So let's move on to the do's and don'ts for effective interpersonal communication. So here are the 5 do's. Number 1, actively listen. When we are talking to someone, we must pay attention so that they can say that we are interested of what they are saying. Number 2, show empathy. Acknowledge and try to understand their perspectives. As we all know that we are diverse and we have different perspectives to each other. Number 3, be clear and concise. When we are sharing a message or information to someone, it must be clear so that the audience or the receiver will able to understand your message or information clearly. Number 4, respect differences. As we all know, we are diverse. We have different perspectives, opinion. So it is important that we are acknowledging diverse opinions and perspectives. Number 5, use passive language. When we are sharing information or message to someone, try to make a message that is uplifting and in an uplifting way, not an offensive one. So those are the 5 do's for effective communication. So now let's move on to the don'ts for effective interpersonal communication. The first one is avoid interrupting. When the speaker is talking, let her speak all along. Don't interrupt her or him. Number 2, don't assume intentions. Avoid jumping to conclusions. Instead, seek for clarification. Number 3, avoid judging. Refrain from judging. As I've said earlier, we must respect diverse opinions and perspectives. So if you do not agree with her or him, just try to understand and refrain from judging. Number 4, don't invalidate feelings. So as we all know, it is important that we must validate the feelings of someone for him him or her to be acknowledged. So now that we are done discussing the do's and don'ts for effective interpersonal communication, let me ask you a question. Why it is important to know the do's and don'ts for effective interpersonal communication? Knowing the do's and don'ts for effective interpersonal communication is crucial because it helps individuals navigate interactions successfully, build strong relationships, avoid misunderstanding, and enhance overall communication effectiveness. To evaluate if you really learned about what I have discussed today, I will give you a 5 items activity. So let's start. Good job, class. You answered the activity very well. So now, to end our discussion, I will give you another 5-item assignment.
So that's all for today, class. I hope you learned a lot from me, and good luck to our next discussion. Goodbye, class!